Beautiful stories make the world go around, so does saving a life. I've been so happy to see a lot of online feedback from people who are signing up at dkms.org after finding out about it through this show. Register today to donate to a blood cancer patient who needs you to give them a second chance at life. You'll receive a swab kit in the mail. You swab your cheeks, send the samples back, and you're good to go. Just think, if you become a donor, both you and the patient you save will surely have one hell of a beautiful story to tell. Register today at dkms.org/beautiful. That's BEAUTIFUL, or text stories to 50555 for more information. Message and data rates may apply and all that good stuff, but get out there and do it. It's a really good thing. Thanks to Magoosh for sponsoring today's episode. Magoosh's online test prep is the easiest way to prep for the GRE, GMAT, LSAT, SAT, ACT, TOEFL, which I now know how to pronounce, or Praxis. Magoosh offers top-quality lesson videos and practice questions at an affordable price. Taking tests is hard. These guys can help. Go to magoosh.com. That's MAGOOSH.com right now to get 20% off with code BEAUTIFUL at checkout. Hello, Noodlebodies. Hello, alien brains. All the people out there with them noodle bodies are gonna love this call. It's Beautiful Anonymous. 1 hour, one phone call, no names, no holds barred.
I'd rather go one-on-one. I think it'll be more fun, and I'll get to know you, and you'll get to know me.
If you're 24 or above, you remember what it was like being 23? Remember what it was like? Idealistic, confused, young, processing the world, seeing things for the first time, love, life. You're going to hear all that in this call. And you're also going to hear how a tired 36-year-old man at the end of a long day reacts to a 23-year-old. Enjoy this episode of Beautiful Anonymous.
Thank you for calling Beautiful Anonymous. A beeping noise will indicate when you are on the show with the host.
Hello? Hello? Uh-oh.
Oh.
I don't think this person
Hello?
can hear me. Hello?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you now. That was a choppy
good.
beginning. That was a real choppy beginning.
I had my headphones in.
Oh, well, I'm glad I'll tell you, we were about 2 seconds away from hanging up on you.
Oh, no.
It was real choppy.
That would have been bad.
Gotta come out of the gate strong.
Can you hear me right now?
Yeah, I can hear you. I hear you crystal clear, crystal clear.
Oh, great.
So what's going on?
So how's it going?
How's it going?
I was at work.
Oh.
Yeah, how's it going for you?
It's okay. I had one of those days where I was really busy and forgot to eat. So that's how it's going. I just ate a couple hard-boiled eggs from 7-Eleven. It's gross.
Wait, for real?
Yeah.
That was the meal?
Yeah, I was in a real rush. I ate a couple hard-boiled eggs from 7-Eleven. This is gross. I'm not saying I'm proud of it.
I like that. That's a unique meal.
Thanks. So anyway, what do you got?
Yeah.
How was work?
I was at work, and then I saw the tweet, so I called, and now I'm sitting outside of my work.
Oh, nice.
Talking to you. Yeah.
So wait, are you still at work, or you just wrapped up the work day?
Well, I kind of can I've worked for 8 hours, so I can leave if I want, so I just kind of left.
Oh, that's nice. That's convenient. Just slip out. You don't have to say goodbye to anybody?
Well, I'll probably go back after this. Just keep working on stuff, but...
You like your job?
I do. I'm a graphic designer, and I listen to podcasts like all day, so I listen to your podcast a lot.
Oh, nice. Thanks.
And, yeah. I was listening to, like, some Morrissey today, and I thought of your podcast.
Oh, nice.
We always talk about Morrissey.
Yeah, Morrissey's my dude.
Yeah.
What were you listening to?
Oh, like, I Know It's Over.
Oh, that's my song. You know,
That's my favorite now.
I have the lyrics. I have one of the lyrics tattooed on my bicep.
Wait, you do? Which one?
It takes strength to be gentle and kind.
Oh, classic.
Of course, from
That's
the
I love that.
in context, the lyric would be, "It's so easy to laugh, it's so easy to hate. It takes strength to be gentle and kind. Oh, I love
He's so right.
He is. That's a beautiful sentiment, and I have it on my body permanently. I feel like that song, I like that song on The Queen is Dead, but I love it on the live album. Rank, you ever listen to the live version of that?
I haven't, but I should.
Yeah, you should. You take that tip from your old boy, Gethard.
No, I was listening to the part where he's like, if you're so blah, 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 all these different things, why are you
If
alone
you're
tonight?
so
Every time I'm just
funny.
like, oh, you have to call me out like that?
Why are you on your own tonight? And if you're so clever,
Yeah.
why on your own tonight? I know, because tonight it's just like any other night. That's why you're on your own tonight. Your triumphs and your charms, why aren't they in each other's arms? Great song, is my point. So wait, he's calling you out. He's
I'm glad
calling
you
you
got an
out.
opportunity to sing that. That was great.
Yeah, I tell you, usually we do these in the morning, and now we're in the late afternoon when I'm already run ragged. It's 5:30 p.m. my time when we're recording this, and you can see the cracks mentally when I'm like at the end of a day instead of the beginning.
Uh-huh.
So wait, why is
Yeah,
he...
you sound a little hoarse.
Thank you so much.
No offense.
No, I'll take it. It's been a long day. So wait, you said he's calling you out for being lonely, huh?
Yeah, he just really goes in. You're like, oh, great. All right. I guess you're right.
Yeah. Yeah, he does that a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't know. Those are I feel like it actually genuinely affects my mood because I listen to music all day because I have a job where I'm kind of just doing stuff by myself. And my favorite music is moody music.
I get that.
And then I'm just like, all right, I've been listening to Morrissey all day. So
I mean, I'm going to warn
probably
you
need to
right
stop
now.
doing that.
I'm going to warn you right now. I'm not going to be the one to stop talking about Morrissey. If you want to talk about something besides Morrissey, you got to stop bringing up Morrissey because we can go deep.
Let's talk about, oh man, I have a lot of things I love to talk about. What are you thinking? I could talk about my new music obsession.
Okay.
Besides Morrissey, have you ever heard of Mitski?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I just discovered Mitski recently, and listening to her album, I've just been when you find really good music and you just want to do more stuff, you just want to do more art,
Yeah,
and you want to
best.
create your own because you're so inspired by it. That's how I've been feeling lately.
I feel like
So
music.
that's what I listen to 24/7.
I feel like I like a lot of different types of art, but I feel like music tends to be the one that has that effect on me the most often rather. Like music is the one where I'm
for
I
sure.
gotta
And,
get up, get off the couch, do something right now. I just heard that song.
Yeah, exactly. Because it really moves you in a really I don't know. I totally get what you're saying. Do you actually you play music, right? Do you?
I don't play music. I am the singer in a Smiths cover band. This is not, I don't
Okay.
play
Can't
music,
go back to Morrissey, though.
but I'm a big fan of music, and my wife is a musician, and many of my friends are musicians, and I feel like I am a part of the DIY music scene here in New York tangentially.
Gotcha. Well, yeah, because I feel like I do most kinds of art, but I've never been able to do music. But it's one of the things I love the most, just because it was too hard.
I get that. What's Mitski's new album called? The first one was called Bury Me at Makeout Creek, right?
Yes, which is so amazing. It's the best album I've ever heard.
Wow. That's
Her new
cool.
one's called Puberty 2.
Puberty 2, that's right. I
Yeah.
knew it had a title I liked. That's a rad title. I haven't heard it yet. I've been behind on my music.
Yeah, it's really good. I recommend.
That's good. That's good.
Are you writing it down? Are you scribbling on your notes?
No,
You better be.
I'm well.
Puberty 2.
I'm acquainted with Mitski. We have mutual friends.
Gotcha.
I think Mitski was supposed to be on the
Okay.
same record label as me for a minute, but then it didn't pan out.
Oh, no way.
I have no idea why.
All right. Maybe we should talk about something else because I'm just going to fangirl about her the whole time.
Yeah, you take me where you want to go. You're the captain of this ship here, okay?
I'm the captain of the ship. Well, I don't know what I've been thinking a lot lately about. I guess the thing that's been on my mind most lately is relationships and stuff, but I feel like that's what a lot of people think about all the time, right?
That's okay though. Can't apologize for that.
But Yeah. Because I usually like date people. I've been in this new city for a while and I haven't dated anyone for a while. And I'm starting to feel like I have like that super millennial like fear of commitment thing where like you freak out, like you have like this like visceral reaction to like any kind of commitment. And I just think it's really interesting. I can't figure out if it's like generational or if like everyone experiences it like in the entire world.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. I don't think I qualify as millennial. I think I was of a prior generation, but I remember that feeling. I feel like I oscillated. My only two options were total fear of commitment or overzealously in love. Those were my two switches. Either the most isolating
That's exactly
loneliness.
how I am.
Yeah, isolating loneliness or passion bordering on the obsessive and creepy.
Well, that's what it is. I take it too seriously.
How so?
So I'm either like, I'll just go back and forth where like I take it so seriously where like I'm just all about like this person, or like, but then it like flips where I'm like, I literally can't even be around you because I'm just like so like overwhelmed by how much I feel, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it just turns into this thing where I'm like, I can't be in a relationship at all. It's too much.
What's your most recent relationship?
But
give me a story here. Give me a story here. What's your most recent relationship? What happened?
My most recent relationship had like an end date the whole time because I was about to move. But it ended in like a really awkward way that kind of freaked me out. Where like I got feelings unexpectedly, and I think he pretended to have feelings kind of so that he could have someone around or something. So when I left, he stopped talking to me completely. And it was just like really weird because I thought I didn't care, I guess. But I don't know. I think it's something that happens to a lot of people. It's like the ghosting era.
Yeah. Yeah, that ghosting stuff seems tough.
Yeah, and I mean, I can't act like I wouldn't ghost somebody because I feel like it's just like you get to feel good about yourself still.
Yeah, you use the apps?
But
you on the Tinder? You use the Tinder?
Yeah, I did it for a while and dated this really crazy guy, and then I stopped.
Crazy
he
how?
Stalked me.
Wait, shocked you
like
electrically or?
Yeah, this is actually a really good story. No, stalked.
Stalked. Oh, I thought you said shocked, like he used to like shock you for sexual pleasure, which is a thing. There's a thing called the violet wand. Don't ask me how I know about it. Just Google it. Just Google it.
Oh my God, I will Google it.
The violet
I didn't know anything
wand.
about this.
Yeah, and the Tay-Zapper.
That sounds so intriguing. Like, I'm going to look into that. Not that I want to do it, but never heard of that before.
Hey, look, I'm a married man, but I know my freaky shit. The violet wand.
You violet wand every once in a while.
Don't put any words in my mouth, lady. Don't put any words in my mouth. I've never actually used a violet wand. I'm just quite intrigued by it.
Like the next time you Google your name, there's going to be like, the main headline's going to be like, uses the violet wand.
You think so? You know, there was a stretch.
Like a rumor I'm starting now.
There was a stretch where if you Googled my name, one of the things that came up in the taskbar was Chris Gethard suicide. That was a thing that just popped up if you Googled me. Anyway, this guy stalked you. How did he stalk you?
So we hung out a couple times, and then he adds me on LinkedIn. You know LinkedIn for business people?
Yeah, he's trying to hire you, it sounds like.
Yeah, so I like texted him. I was like, this is funny. Why'd you add me on LinkedIn? He's like, oh, because I want to keep our relationship professional. And I said, what? And he goes, I just don't want to see each other anymore. So I was like, that was a super weird way to do that, but that's fine.
Wow.
And I just decided not to talk to him anymore, obviously. But after that, I guess he changed his mind and would like threaten to come by my apartment. And like, I'm trying to think of what else happened. One time, like, called me like 20 times in a row one night.
Whoa.
And then like after all this crazy stuff happened, like they didn't contact me for a while and then just sent me a totally normal text like, want to go out to dinner? And I was just like, no.
So wait, this guy calls you 20 times in a night. How do you because here's the thing. I had a stalker. I had a stalker once, but it wasn't romantic. It was comedic. I was being stalked by a fan of my comedy. It was a very dark situation. But I feel like this is a thing you've had to deal with. What is it like when you realize you're being stalked? Like, what are the emotions that go through your head when it dawns on you, this is now past a point of normalcy? This is not normal heartbreak.
Well, it's something I think about a lot because, I don't know, I feel like just women in general, like, they just get looked at more and, like, get unsolicited comments more and get followed more. So, like, it's already something that's sort of, like, a weird thing in the back of your mind. And, like, when you do dating apps and stuff, you're kind of in the back of your mind, like, hope this person doesn't murder me kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, like, you already have this, like, built-in fear, right? So it almost seems normal, where it's just like, oh, this is something I have to deal with now. And you kind of, like, I don't know, I just kind of, like, acted like it was funny, I guess. But it was, like, definitely scary. Like, I had to be like, I'm going to call the cops if you come over.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you didn't actually call the cops?
He was like, oh, sorry.
So where do you think...
No, because the second I said that, he was like, oh, whoa, sorry.
So you think he just didn't realize how creepy he was getting?
I think maybe the first time he didn't, but, like, when you call someone 20 times, it's like, you have to realize.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever called anybody 20 times in a night. I don't think I've gotten there.
I don't think I have either. Like, I don't know why I would.
So
I think he might have just been, like, drunk, like, blacked out drunk, possibly.
Have you run into him? Have you run into him
like,
since then?
No, but, like, he knows where I live. I know where he lives, like, and it's pretty close to me. So, like, whenever I go in that area, I'm just like, hope I don't see this guy. Like, I don't know. I don't, like, fear for my life or anything, but I just think it would be weird.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, like, that was, like, pretty much the last time I did that. Because it was too much.
It sucks.
People are crazy out there. I don't know. You never know what you're going to get. It was weird, too, because he seemed totally normal. So I'm like, I guess I'm not as good of a judge of character as I thought I was.
Yeah. Those are the real scary ones.
Yeah. I mean, I've always thought I was really good at reading people. And, like, no, I don't think I am anymore.
I think, it's not a pissing contest. I think my stalking story was worse. I had a real scary
I bet it was.
You want to hear about it?
You want to talk about it? Or, like, is it something that freaks you out? Yeah, I do want to hear about it.
Yeah, I was doing, let's see, it's many, many, many years ago, probably 2002. I was taking a class at the UCB Theater in New York. Sketch writing class taught by Ian Roberts, like one of my main idols in comedy or influence. And there's this guy who showed up in the class, and almost everybody in the class I knew. It was real small. UCB was real small back then. And there was this one guy who was like maybe 5'1", and he had a beard down past his knees, and he wore sunglasses inside, real long hair. And I was like, oh, this dude looks kind of odd. This could be cool, you know? Open-minded guy.
Yeah.
And it was a sketch class, and he read a sketch about Santa Claus eating a small dog's stomach and drinking the blood out of it. And I was like, everyone was like shocked into silence, and then I just started laughing. I was just like, he goes, here's my sketch, and he reads it off a piece of paper. He goes, here's my sketch. Santa Claus comes down the chimney. He sees the milk and cookies. He says, I want milk and cookies. I want blood. So he picks up the dog, and he chews out its stomach, and he drinks his blood. And everyone was silent, and I was just like, ah, ha, ha. I was like laughing. It was the funniest thing I ever heard. Guy followed me around for about 6 weeks after that. He told me he used to write erotic fiction on the internet. He said, I recently published a story where a girl gave head to a gun and then blew her brains out with it. He started coming to every show I did in New York City, waiting for me after the shows, would always be like, you have to come back to my hostel. I have to show you something in my hostel. And I was like, no, I definitely do not need to see anything in the hostel. I definitely don't. And it got really dark, really dark. I called my mom. I was like, if anything happens to me, it's this dude. And then, yeah, like there was one show where like a character handed out roses to all the other people on stage, and I threw my rose into the crowd, and they found him crawling around the ground after the show looking for my rose. Got really nuts.
Oh.
Yeah, and then he disappeared, and then I was terrified. I was really terrified, and then I Googled his name years later to see if I could find anything, and it turned out he had also stalked Chuck Palahniuk, the author of Fight Club.
Oh, my God. So it's like a thing he did.
I was in good company, though. I felt like I was it made me feel hip.
Definitely.
Made me definitely feel hip, be included amongst the greats.
Yeah. That's seriously, like, that's definitely a good person to group with. I feel like you would have such mixed emotions about that, right? Like, it's terrifying, but you also feel, like, sorry for them.
Yeah,
in, like, a weird way.
Who would you want to share a stalker with? If you had to choose one person to have a mutual stalker stalking you both, who would you feel best about?
Wow, that's like, there's so many people out there.
It's true. Anyway.
I don't know. You can't just spring it on me. I have to think about it.
Well, let's think about it now.
Do you have one?
Let's think about it now. Who would make me feel coolest?
I'm trying to think of, like, who I love. Who would make me feel cool?
Yeah, who would it make you feel
I feel like a lot of the people...
I'm going to say Pharrell.
Who do I think is just cool out there?
I'd feel really cool if I had the same stalker as Pharrell. If Pharrell filed a restraining order against someone and I also had to file a restraining order against them, and they viewed me in the same light as they viewed Pharrell, Pharrell and I would finally have something in common.
Wait, who?
Then Pharrell and I, we'd have one thing in common.
What would it be? Your hat?
Our shared stalker. And then Pharrell would know me, and he would finally answer my calls, and Pharrell would realize that I am the one for him. Imagine if this was all my way of telling you that I was stalking Pharrell.
Just watching Pharrell. Never mind.
I think he's pretty great.
I also thought you had one thing in common already, which is, like, you had a crazy hat collection just like him.
No. I think Pharrell and I don't have much in common, except we both like Nardwuar. Do you know Nardwuar? You ever watch those videos, Nardwuar? Nardwuar's great.
I don't know what that is.
Look it up. It's great.
All right, I will.
So that stalker, was that
I still don't know who I would share.
That's okay. That
I feel
stalker.
like you'd want to share a stalker with someone really talented, right? So that they'd have, like, you'd be like, oh, I'm also really talented.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I love Tom York of Radiohead. What if I had, like, the same stalker as Tom York?
That's a great answer. Great answer. Pan-oceanic stalker. Someone stalking people on both sides of the pond. A very ambitious stalker you're describing.
Exactly. And they'd be like, it would, because we both had, like, crazy dance moves. It would have nothing to do with anything else.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and ask you something. What are we talking about today? What are we talking about? What do you really got to tell me here? Because you called for a reason. We're on the phone for a reason. I don't believe in coincidence. You're on the phone with me for a reason. You got something to say. You got a platform to the world. And I don't think this is what you want to say with your platform to the world, just talking about Pharrell and Tom York. So what are we talking about here, me and you?
Do you think most people call about specific things? I guess they kind of do.
Yeah. Okay, hold up. We're going to take a pause, and I'll tell you what. Listener at home, you might be saying, this one's really chit-chatty. This one's really slow, taking their time, soft. What am I hanging in here for? Well, I'll tell you what you're hanging in here for. When we come back, I lose it, and I'm not so proud of my behavior for the rest of this call. But I am very proud of the many sponsors that help make this show happen. If you've been listening to this show for even half an episode, you've probably heard me talk about the fact that I go to therapy. I'm a big proponent of it. I'm over in Edinburgh right now doing my my new hour of comedy all about therapy, and I like it. And I think therapy can and should be affordable, confidential, and convenient. And that's exactly what Talkspace is. Only with Talkspace do you get unlimited messaging to your dedicated licensed therapist for just $32 a week. Join over 300,000 users who already know that with Talkspace, you can text, audio message, or video message your therapist as many times as you want without having to wait a week for your next appointment. You get it done right then when you want to, because with Talkspace, your therapist is right in your pocket or on your computer. And now you can even schedule a live video session with your therapist right from your smartphone. Visit Talkspace.com/beautiful for a $30 discount off your first month, or download the Talkspace app on the Apple or Android App Store and use coupon code BEAUTIFUL. Talkspace, it's therapy for how we live today. I'm a big fan of services that help you define your own life on your own terms, at your own pace. I like that. That's why I'm excited to tell you about Stitch Fix. StitchFix.com. It's an online personal styling service with real actual stylists. They handpick clothing for you based on your taste, your budget, your lifestyle, your schedule. It's a really great personal shopping service for busy, overscheduled women. Stitch Fix finds clothes you'll love, delivers them to your door so you don't have to shop. It's for busy women who want to look and feel great but don't want to spend all their spare time shopping. They deliver your style straight to your doorstep. It doesn't cost anything to sign up. You pay a $20 personal styling fee for each fix, but that's deducted from your order if you decide to keep even one item. You also get 25% off your order if you keep all 5 items in your fix, and shipping and returns are free. And they know how busy you are over at Stitch Fix, so they give you a free prepaid mailer if you want to return anything. You get 5 hand-selected items in each fix. They create head-to-toe looks. There's an array of apparel. I'm talking pants, tops, outerwear, dresses, skirts, shoes, everything you need, and brands you know and love. Trina Turk, Free People, Tom's Joy, and Dolce Vita, as well as exclusive stuff you can't get anywhere else. Trendy pieces, seasonal pieces, fill out your style profile. They help you fix it up. They get everything going for you. You put in your budget. They send clothes to your house. It is awesome. Sign up. Want to give Stitch Fix a try right now? Sign up at stitchfix.com. That's STITCHFIX.com. Signing up is free, and you can schedule your first fix whenever you like. Much like a hard-boiled egg you buy from 7-Eleven, you're about to hear me lose my freshness. Let's get back to the call. What are we talking about here? You tell me what we're talking about. I sense greatness. I sense impending greatness out of this phone call.
Well, I don't know if it'll be greatness, but yeah, I guess what I was talking about earlier, I'm just really interested in, like, the past couple days, I've just been very, like, I've been thinking about love and relationships.
Okay.
Just, like, how people are so, like, centered on it, and how people go to, like, tarot readers and, like, astrologers, like, just to figure out if they're going to find love and all that stuff. When I think you just kind of decide, but, like, we still put so much, like, weight on it, I guess.
Mm-hmm. There's a conundrum here, which is you're critiquing the idea that we put too much faith on love and relationships, and in doing so, you yourself are putting a lot of pressure on love and relationships.
Yeah, because I think I do that without realizing it. So I'm trying to unlearn that, because I just, like, remember talking to, like, my dad and being like, well, what do you do when you just stop feeling the same way? And he's like, it's not about your feeling, you just choose.
Wow.
Which sounded really depressing to me.
Are your parents divorced?
No, like, they're in love. So I don't really know what he was talking. He's just a very rational person. He's like, I choose to love this person.
Is your father just an emotionless man?
I wouldn't call myself super. He's not emotionless, but I wouldn't say he really is in touch with his emotions. Like, it's something that he doesn't understand. Like, it's a part of himself that he doesn't understand as much as his rational self.
Hey, how old are you?
Because there are people who lead more with just, like, this makes sense. I'm 23.
23. Oh, so you're fresh out of college.
Yeah.
You went to school for graphic design? You went to school for art?
Yeah, I did.
And you liked it? It's paying off? You got a job?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I feel like I keep not wanting to say stuff because I don't want to be too specific about my life, but yes, that is basically it.
Everything sounds pretty great.
I moved to, like, a bigger city. I was in a small town. And here I am.
Okay. What was that small town like?
Well, I guess I'm not, like, from a small town, but I went to school in a small town, like, for college. Mm-hmm. And there was nothing to do, so people just drank all the time. And it was, like, a really weird, like, tiny microcosm of the rest of the world where you knew every single person, and, like, just strange things happened because I don't know, because there was nothing else to do. So leaving that and having all this stuff to do was awesome. Like, I just feel like I'm totally different already.
What do you mean?
What do I mean?
Yeah, when you say you feel totally different already.
I feel like I can be by myself more, and, like, I can, like, spend more time doing things I actually want to do. I'm, like, thinking about going back to school, and I don't know. I feel like before I just was always doing stuff and, like, never just stopping to think about anything.
That's cool. You're happier now?
Probably the same. Honestly.
Do you have any...
everything's different.
Do you have any question from the perspective of a 23-year-old lady? Do you have any questions for a 36-year-old man?
Were you like super confused when you were my age about what you like about life?
Yeah, I was terrifically depressed. Yeah, terrifically depressed. I was probably, when I was 23, let's see, I'd just gone into therapy for the first time. I was probably dealing with the side effects of a lot of antidepressants and antipsychotics. It was pretty bad, but I also was doing a lot of comedy and very excited about that. My day job was I worked at a magazine about ghosts in New Jersey. That was really rad. That was really rad. When I was 23, I would have killed to have your life at 23. New job in a cool city, new town, big city life, new job, degree paying off. I would have paid for that.
Feel good.
I would have paid money for that. I don't know anything about you.
Yeah.
Your new job, looking for love in a big city, 23. That's like every, I feel like that's every sitcom from the 60s. So what do you want to know? What do you want to know? I want to teach you about real life. I want to break down real life to a kid. You're a kid in my eyes. You're a child to me. You're a child to me.
That makes me feel, I have like a fear of getting older. So like being told that I'm young makes me feel like super calm.
I'm 36.
Because I'm always like, my life is passing me by.
You're 23 years old, and I'm 36 years old. I feel old. And then there's people listening to this going, 36 ain't old. Why don't you pipe down? 23, you get the...
Yeah, no, I don't even think 36 is old. It's just a thing I have with my own age, if that makes sense.
You're 4 years away from entering your athletic prime. You know, they say the athletic prime is 27 and 28.
Really?
So if you get really into a sport and dedicate it to yourself right now for 4 years, you'll hit your pride. You'll hit your prime. You'll be in full stride. You'll crush that sport.
Okay, I guess I better start working out.
Yeah, you better start working out. Better start working out.
I have like this thing where like I always read online that like your brain stops developing when you're 25. So I'm like, I have to be like an ideal version of myself by then, or else like my brain's not going to grow anymore.
Your brain won't grow.
Is that crazy?
Yeah, I would tell you, I was not the ideal. I feel like I was not the ideal version of myself until roughly 18 months ago. Roughly 18 months ago.
Until roughly?
Maybe 18 months ago. Yeah, I didn't feel like a...
But you now feel like you are?
No, I don't have my shit together. I'm doing better than I ever have, but I don't have my shit together. You're not going to fix everything in your life by the time you're 25. I'm giving you the tough love. Here's the rest of our call is me giving you tough love.
Yeah, I need this.
Yeah, everything's fine.
Real.
You're 23, you're young, you're full of life, you're looking for love. Cool job, big city. Stop stressing out. You don't need to solve all your problems by your 25. You don't even need to stop. How are you going to solve your problems? You need to just start creating more trouble in your life. You need to make more mistakes. You don't even have anything to fix when you're 23. You don't even have any problems to fix. You're 23 years old. You got to make a bunch of mistakes. You need to wind up in some questionable circumstances. You need to do some ill-advised drugs in creepy places. That's my advice for you. And there's no legal repercussions to that.
All right. That's what I'm going to do. That's my plan. That's my life plan.
What's the most you've ever felt alive? What's the most you've ever really lived?
Like the one moment?
What's the stretch of life where you feel like that was me at my most alive?
Oh, maybe now.
Maybe right now. Right now on this phone call. This is you're most alive.
No, not this phone call. But like now. This time in my life. Because I'm like actually just like doing everything on my own. And like just doing it. I'm just out here doing it. So
I like that.
But
drawing pictures.
Yeah,
you're
but also
drawing
I think
pictures.
just like
making websites.
Is that what you is that well I don't really do that. Kind of like that.
What do you do?
Close enough. Yeah. But no, yeah, I'll just go off the rails. That's a good advice. Good life advice.
You gotta go off the rails. Nobody's life starts until they're rebuilding. You have to have a stretch where you're rebuilding from a complete and total decimation of your foundation. That's my advice. Is you gotta crash and burn.
All right.
You know what they say? They say forest fires are actually really good and natural because forest fires, they clear out all the brush and then new things can grow. And I think you need your life to become a train wreck so you can regrow it. That's what I think.
I just got to mess everything up.
Yeah, big time. Everyone does.
I just have like normal stress about normal life though. So you think I should just have like extreme stress over like terrible life?
What's normal stress about normal life? What's that entail?
I don't know. I feel like I always just am like, feel like there's something else I should be doing, or like I always just, it's like a time thing. Like I'm like not using my time to the fullest. Like maybe this isn't what I should be doing in my life. Like maybe I should be doing more. Like, am I wasting this day? It ties into just like feeling like I'm getting older quickly or something.
You're 23?
I know, and it happened so fast.
You're 23. You're not getting older. You're not getting older. I mean, in the technical definition, sure, you're getting older every moment you're alive. But you're not old. I can't sit here and listen to a 23-year-old talk about being old. I gotta step up.
Am I giving you a life crisis?
You're giving... Yes. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're 23. You say you're scared of getting old. You got about 15 years before you're old.
It's a personal fear. It's not me calling you old. It's just a personal fear for myself.
I know I'm old. I can see in the mirror.
No, you're not. You're not.
These bags under my eyes.
Okay, like you're older than me.
Put my hair up. I put my hair up in the front so I can convince myself my hairline's not receding.
Oh my God.
Give me a nervous breakdown. I'm eating 7-Eleven eggs and pie on a subway platform in New York City, running from one appointment to the next in the dim hope that maybe I'll finally have some sort of momentum that feels lasting. And then I get on the phone minutes later with a 23-year-old says she feels old. I'm eating 7-Eleven eggs. Giving me a meltdown.
My anxiety just transferred to you.
I tell you what, I tell you for real, because we're having fun, and you're making me scream, but you're laughing, and I don't think you're offended, and I think you know I'm having fun, but I will tell you this.
I know it's ridiculous.
My number one regret in life is I wasted so much fucking time when I was young stressing about bullshit. It's my number one regret in life.
Okay.
Stressed so much.
That actually makes a lot of sense because I feel like I stress about bullshit all the time, yeah.
I wish I had more fun. Wish I had more fun when I was 22. I do have a lot of fun. You do? I wish I went out, partied, slept with tons of people, took more road trips. You said you can see that? Nobody was looking to sleep around with me. Nobody's looking to sleep around with me now or when I was 23. There's a brief window around 2000.
What?
There's a brief window around 2012 where I slept around a little bit. It was fun, but I like being married a lot better.
Yeah, you gotta.
Yeah, you gotta.
That's the way life is.
I think so.
Oh, wait, why didn't you party? What were you doing? Just sitting around?
Petrified and scared of everything and everyone, and I hated myself, and I was filled with self-doubt and insecurity because I got a big giant head. I look like a fucking bobblehead doll that got melted up towards the hairline. I lived in New Jersey. I lived in fucking New Jersey, which I love New Jersey. Big shout out to Jersey people, but I'm hanging out in the city. I'm a kid living in Jersey, just fucking lonely. I got this roommate, and we got thin walls, and he just has sex with his girlfriend 9 times a day. And I'm sitting in my room lonely, just hearing them have sex like animals, and it sounds so fun.
Oh my God.
And then I'm here. Okay. Listen, we're mid-rant. There's going to be more rant when we come back. I want to apologize to my roommate, who back in the day had a lot of angry sex, but you know what? He was very passionate, just like I'm passionate about the many sponsors who allow Beautiful Anonymous to happen. Check them out. There's got to be a better way to mail and ship stuff, because Lord knows the post office, it takes too much time, and you get one of those postage meters. They're real expensive. Turns out there is a better way. It's called Stamps.com. With Stamps.com, you can buy and print official U.S. postage for any letter or package right from your desk using your computer, your printer, the things you're comfortable with in your own home. You get special postage discounts too, things you can't even find at the post office. That's awesome right there. Get on that. Plus, Stamps.com, it's more powerful than a postage meter. At just a fraction of the cost, you save at least 50% compared to a postage meter, and you avoid those nerve-wracking trips to the post office. I use stamps.com. I got to ship stuff all the time. I remember those days when we used to make t-shirts for the Chris Gethard Show. I used to mail them out personally. I'd show up at the post office. People would hate me. It was horrible. Right now, sign up for stamps.com. Use my promo code BEAUTIFUL for this special offer. 4-week trial, $110 bonus offer, including postage and a digital scale. Don't wait. Go to stamps.com before you do anything else. Click on the microphone at the top of the homepage and type in BEAUTIFUL. That's stamps.com. Enter BEAUTIFUL. Oh, wait, what's that, listener? Oh, you haven't had enough of me having a mini meltdown and yelling at a 23-year-old girl for very few reasons. Oh, great. Well, guess what? You're in luck. Let's get back to the call. I got this roommate, and we got thin walls, and he just has sex with his girlfriend like 9 times a day. And I'm sitting in my room lonely, just hearing them have sex like animals, and it sounds so fun.
Oh my God.
And then I'm here every 8.5 months. I sleep with my ex-girlfriend, and that doesn't do anybody any good. And then I'm sitting
not
here,
good.
Yeah, stressing. Yeah, and then I'm sitting here stressing out. I wish I just went out and had more fun. Just get to me.
I'm sorry that I'm bringing back all these things in your life.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry.
Well, I'll tell you what. You're triggering a meltdown. This whole episode has turned into you triggering a meltdown.
I need to have a more positive presence because I'm just really vibing down this whole conversation.
No, you're not vibing down anything. It's that you called up and you were like, let's chit chat, and then we're chit chatting, and I'm getting this sense that you got a pretty good life, and you don't really want to share too much about it. But you got stalked a little bit. That's interesting. But by and large, you're like, I'm 23 and I'm young and I'm living in this new city and I'm looking for love. But also, I'm stressed out. I just wish we allowed ourselves to be young and free.
What do you want me to share about it? I just don't know what you want me to say.
I don't want you to say anything. Just want you to be honest with me and yourself.
Wow. I'm just talking, man. I'm so sorry that you had that freak out, though.
I did. I had a real bad freak out. I had a real meltdown.
I have the same freak out, though. I have a weird, crazy noodle body. So, when you were talking about your, bobblehead
what is
problem, I was like, oh, I relate to that.
What the hell is a crazy noodle body? What's a crazy noodle body entail?
I'm just, long and skinny. I look like I'm just a bunch of noodles, just, noodling around.
How tall are you?
I am 6'1".
You're 6'1".
Yeah.
You just described yourself as having a crazy noodle body. Wow. Never heard that phrase before. I like that.
Yeah, I'm just.
So wait.
Just a tall person.
You got real skinny arms and legs then? Like noodle? What kind of noodles?
Oh yeah, just a bunch of noodles.
Like pad?
Like an angel hair noodle.
Oh, an angel hair. That's the skinniest of all the noodles.
I'm telling you.
That's bad.
I just noodle around.
Noodle around.
That's bad.
I had so much. I tell you, I had and still have to some degree real feelings of misery every time I look in the mirror. I don't like it.
Oh.
6'1" though.
Yeah, I get that. I think a lot of people have that.
Yeah, it's rough. It's rough. This body shame we all live with. You got the noodle body. I got the melon head.
Yeah. Yeah. Everyone has that thing.
So you can only date tall guys, huh? Do you date the short guys?
Yeah, but a lot of the time they'll be a little bit shorter, which I think is kind of cute.
So you like a guy who's just slightly shorter?
Yeah, I probably just because that's what I usually do. So now I think it's cute. Now that time has passed, but yeah, it's cute to me. But I just feel like we look cute walking around with me being a little bit taller.
I'm only 5'7" though. You couldn't date me. It would look comical. It would look like C-3PO and R2-D2 walking through the desert.
I don't even have shorter friends really. I have tall friends. I just feel weird when people are so far below me.
You cut the short people out of your life.
Yeah, it's they're just so far away, and I feel like it makes me look like a giant when I walk around with them.
How young were you when you got 6'1"? Because don't ladies sometimes just become their full height in 4th grade?
Oh yeah, I mean I was always really tall, but probably the end of high school. I grew throughout high school.
You were the tallest. You were the tallest girl in high school.
Yeah, like my whole life, I always have been. And my parents are normal height, so I was always like way taller than my dad.
Whoa, that's cool. That gives you the upper hand. That gives you the upper hand when he tries to get mad at you.
My brother is like a giant too, though. I don't know what happened.
Were they always trying to get you to play volleyball and basketball?
No, they never put me in any sports, which is why I never played sports.
Wow.
So I never used it for anything.
Wow.
I just am tall for no reason. Yeah.
I want to hear more. So
I didn't want to play sports. I like danced.
You danced. What kind of dance?
I did like every kind of dance. I did like ballet with the point shoes. I did jazz and tap and all this stuff for years, but I was always bad. But I loved it.
You're always bad at it. Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Oh, I was terrible. I'm just so awkward and long.
You got the Noodlebody. How else? I like that you found one word that encapsulates you. What else? What are some other individual words that sum you up? Noodlebody. That's one way to sum you up. What's another word that can sum you up?
Just weird. I don't know.
Weird. Okay. What else? What else? I want specifics. Weird how? Weird how? You tell me how it's weird, and we're going to come up with a word as good as Noodlebody for your type of weird.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
We got this.
I feel like I just feel like I look at things in a weird way. Like I just experience the world in a weird way.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to like filter everything I'm thinking into making it sound like a normal person said it. Maybe like an alien brain. I would put it that way.
Alien brain. Noodlebody alien brain.
Yeah.
I like that. Noodlebody alien brain.
That's me.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Tell me another quality about yourself, and we're going to find a very specific phrase to encapsulate it.
This is so hard.
It's not that hard.
I don't know.
It's not that hard.
I don't know. I like analyze everybody around me, but like not myself as much.
Okay, you do. So you're always putting the...
I'm analytical. I'm very emotional. Let's put it that way. So I feel like I have like a huge baby.
Emotional, a huge baby. So you're noodle brain,
yeah,
alien...
huge baby.
Okay, you're a noodle body, alien brain, baby feelings.
Yes, baby feelings. Okay, that's it.
Noodle body, alien brain, baby feelings. Okay, what else? I want this whole thing to just become a series of words.
I can't do this anymore.
You can. Believe in yourself.
I'm getting stressed out talking about myself so much.
Well, why'd you call this? Did you just say I'm getting stressed out talking about myself so much?
Yeah.
This is the whole thing about this. Why'd you call? You gotta talk.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Don't
Stop yelling at me.
No, I know. I'm yelling too much. I apologize. I'm having fun. I don't care.
No, I am too. I'm fine with it.
Good. Yeah. I might yell at you some more just for my own amusement and the amusement of the listener.
That's okay. That's fine.
Noodle body, alien brain, baby feelings. You want to yell at me? Maybe you can yell at me.
I think about this. Wait, what?
I've yelled at you a bunch. Why don't you yell at me? Why don't you tell me how you're feeling? And you can, you don't need to be polite.
I'm not an angry person. I don't experience anger.
You don't experience anger?
Except for like in really short bursts. Like whenever I feel angry, I'm like furious and it's all I can focus on. Like I can't even speak or like move, but then it's just like gone. Like a minute later.
Well, what if we just do it like an exercise? What if we just like that? That's first of all an amazing quality. I wish I had that because anger sits in my gut and sees sometimes literally for years. I'm envious and jealous, and that's a really positive quality that you don't yell, that you don't have anger.
Well, it doesn't turn into just like I'm fine. It turns into like I'm super sad about this.
Oh, you internalize
now,
it.
You know. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, that's why I don't like anger because like you have to externalize it and then like put it on other people and then they think you're like a weird angry person, which I don't want people to see me that way.
I get that, but it's also healthy to express your anger. Don't forget that. In my opinion.
Yeah. Well, I always have like this. Yeah. True. You know, like when you're like emotional, so like you get mad about stuff that doesn't matter though. So like I never know if it's like worth talking about. It's the same like you're talking about like being a jealous person. Like I'm definitely a jealous person too. But like if you just talked about every time you were jealous, people would be like, that person's crazy jealous. Mm-hmm. So you just gotta like chill and just like deal with it.
So you try to just play it cool. You try to keep it behind closed doors. You don't like to let people see. You keep the poker face.
Yeah, because I don't know. I think it might be like a female thing too, where people just make you seem crazy if you like are too emotional.
Yeah,
I want to be taken seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I actually like have a hard time like being close to like dudes because they don't really talk about. A lot of them don't talk about their emotions that much, and whenever I do, I feel like they get really like uncomfortable. So I'm just like, all right, I can't do this. Like all of my male friends are like very emotional men.
Yeah, I'm a notoriously emotional man. I cry all the time.
Yeah, because I feel like that's a huge part of life. Like if you don't talk about how you feel about stuff, then like, what are you talking about?
Well, I'll tell you what, you said...
Like your passions and everything.
You said you had an alien brain. You said you have to filter things so you seem human. You said you don't like venting your emotions because you think people will judge you. But this is anonymous. So what's going on in that weird alien brain? No one will judge you. I want to know. What's the unfiltered look at the truth, Noodlebody? What's the unfiltered feelings of Noodlebody?
What's my feelings? About what?
About anything. About life. What is the stuff you keep behind closed doors that people wouldn't believe you're thinking? What's the unfiltered, raw look inside the alien brain of Noodlebody?
I don't know. I don't know. I just wish like everyone was just more like out for themselves all the time, even though I feel like I'm also very out for myself and like more transparent about everything. Like all the time I wish I could just say exactly what I want to say, but I always have to like make it sound like I don't care that much. Or like it's not a big deal.
Like what? Like what type of thing do you think and not say? What type of thing do you think and not say? I want an example. I want a specific example, Noodlebody.
Thanks.
That's just your nickname. I'm not being a dick.
Okay. No, I'm just kidding. Like I a lot of the times, like if I'm really hurt by someone, like I feel like I can like write about it or draw about it, but I can't really tell them. And like, here's a good example. I hate to bring this up again because I feel weird about it, but like the guy I was talking about before who like disappeared, like messaged me a couple of days ago and it made me feel upset because I was like, don't talk to me. Like, you're not in my life anymore. But I felt like I couldn't be like, fuck you. You know what I mean? So I just had to like act normal about it and then go home and like make some like art and then feel better.
So you said fuck you through some art rather than say it. Do you wish you said it?
Yeah,
do you wish
exactly.
do you wish you could just be like, fuck off? Do you wish you said it?
No, because then it seems like I care.
But you do care.
Oh, yeah.
So why is
But I feel like I care more than I should. Does that make sense?
It does. But it seems counterproductive.
Yeah. I want to present myself the way I want to present myself to the world, even if it's not like the most real.
So you put up a facade to the world, and then your art is where the alien brain shines through.
Yeah, definitely.
What's the crazy?
That's so stupid.
What's a piece of art? Describe a piece of art that you've made that puts the emotions on the surface.
Lately, I've been doing a lot of stuff about like the body, and it's kind of like what I was talking about before, where like I feel like I am just like viewed all the time. Like women are just like watched more, and then I also just have this discomfort with like the way I look and like my strange limbs and everything. So I'll kind of like draw like myself very elongated and like with very like sharp edges. I really like Egon Schiele. He's like my favorite artist, and he does a similar thing where he just draws these like distorted portraits of himself, and it like kind of gets across his emotional state, I guess.
That sounds cool.
So I'll basically draw like how I feel from the outside, I guess.
But you never express it. So you say you wish you could express it, but you also explicitly don't want to express it verbally. And your art does express it.
I wish it was normal to express it. Yeah, I wish you could just say whatever you wanted and however you felt. And people would be like, yeah, that's normal. But like most people are like, whoa, you're crazy.
Let's do a thing. Can we do a thing?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like your crazy ex-girlfriend or like that crazy girl who's always mad. Like it's totally like a thing that people do.
I want to try a thing right now.
Uh-huh.
Let's pretend I'm some guy who ghosted you, and now you got me on the phone. And it's
okay.
You don't get to hold back. You don't get to go draw some art. I pieced out. What do you want to say? Say it to me. All the things you want to say that you hold back on, say it to me right now. Let's be real about it. Let's get raw.
I would say I think you should think more about the way you think about other people and whether you see them as real people or just things to make you feel comfortable. And especially how you think about women, because they're not just like a thing that you can consume to like have an emotional connection with something.
What if I was like, you're overreacting, stop with the feminist bullshit? What if I said that?
First of all, I'd say fuck you.
You would, but you wouldn't say it like that. How would you say it? You wouldn't say it like that. If I was like, you're overreacting, stop with the feminist bullshit. How would you really react? We're role playing now. Improv. I'm an improv master. No more, I would say. You and I are just going to play characters and improvise. I want to hear you unleash. Yeah. So I go, stop, you're overreacting. Stop with the feminist bullshit.
How am I overreacting?
Because you're telling me I didn't feel like dating anymore, and you're saying it's now this whole thing where I don't respect women at all. You just paint everything with a wide brush. It's bullshit.
Oh, because I knew I didn't want to keep dating because I moved, but you just like didn't even want to talk to me anymore. Like the second you left, so that to me that's like I don't exist anymore.
Well, look, it's not like we were
because you're not getting what you want from me.
Well, I mean, it's not like we were super tight before we dated. Why do we have to be friends now?
We don't. I don't want to be friends with somebody who doesn't want to be friends with me, but I just think that this shows like the way that you see people as not actual people.
I'm focused
because if you actually care about someone and see them as a person, you want to keep them around after spending so much time with them.
Yeah, but I think forward. I'm not trying to live in the past. I'm trying to make my music. I'm trying to spread word on what I got here. I don't have time for feelings and people. And maybe you shouldn't be so sensitive.
Okay. Honestly, if someone talked to me like this, I would just be like, okay, I don't want you around anyway.
Yeah.
But what most people do is they like do the half truth thing where they're like, no, like I do care. I just like.
Okay.
I just like I don't know. I just don't know what I think.
Okay.
Like,
Let's reset
I'm just busy.
it. Let's reset it. I'll do that. I'll be that guy. I'll be that guy, and you can vent on that. I'll be like, listen, it's just like I'm just not. It's like I think you're cool and great. It's just like I kind of don't have my head together enough right now to date you. It's just like on me. Like it's kind of don't have my shit together. You don't want to get tangled up with me. I don't have my stuff together.
Okay, that's fine. Like, can we still be friends like we were when we were together, though? Like, because we were definitely, like, friends. Like, we still talked.
I guess I just feel like it would be unfair to you. Like, I don't want to send any mixed signals. It would just be kind of, like, unfair to you for me to keep, like, dragging you in and out of my bullshit.
Whatever. This whole thing is making me realize I don't even want to talk to this person.
Look at that.
This is like how I felt 6 months ago when it happened, and I just don't care anymore.
Yeah, I think that's how breakups go, right?
Yeah, like I really don't care anymore. It was one of those things where it just happened, like, and I was like, why do I have to deal with this again? You know?
Yeah.
But it would have been cool to be like, just fuck you instead of being nice about it.
I hope you do that sometimes. I hope there are times in your future where somebody says something that pisses you off and you go, fuck you. I hope that happens. I think you'd feel good about that. You're allowed to do that.
Yeah,
you're allowed to do that, right?
I am, but I feel like it's so reactionary, right?
Yeah, but it's reacting. Reacting, of course, is reactionary. Why are you...
True.
You don't like being...
go back...
You don't like being a loose cannon. You don't like being, you like being measured. You don't like being off the rails.
Yeah, I think it's because, like, I used to be that way, like, growing up. Like, I just had no control over my feelings and would just be crazy all the time.
Really?
Like, when I was way younger. And then I was just like, whoa, you gotta stop doing that. But maybe I just need to find a happy medium.
When you say way younger, you mean like 19?
No, like, when I was a kid and, like, a teenager, like, I just would be upset about things that didn't make sense and then just freak out about it. Like, because to me it felt so real and, like, hurtful, but it was like just a normal thing of life usually.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, that's like an angsty teenager life, but that's also just how I am, kind of, because that's how I am internally. So I have to like decide if how I feel is like appropriate before I just say fuck you, because sometimes it's not.
I get that. My emotions very often guide me to some ill-advised overreactions, and I have to think pretty hard about it. My shrink has worked very hard with me.
Yeah, I want to make other people like happy and like feel good. I don't want to make people feel like shit. Because like also like who am I to judge? Like I do shitty things too. So who am I to tell people off and tell them that they suck and be like fuck you?
Feels good sometimes.
I'm not perfect either.
Feels good every once in a while. I've said fuck you to some people. I always
feel mad at myself later when I do it. But,
really?
Yeah.
I've said fuck you to a few people. Usually people I'm playing basketball against.
I'll take that advice.
I hope
in my life. Thank you.
Yeah, maybe it'll turn into something. Who knows? We got 5 minutes left. How you feeling?
I feel good. I feel nervous because I feel like I need to go back to work, but
I get that.
That's about it. I'm like standing under a bridge right now in the rain.
Wow. It's like an emo. Yeah. It's like a very emo moment. It's like something from a movie.
Dude, yeah, I'm so emo. That's why. I'm just naturally emo.
Rain under a bridge. You could be screaming fuck you on the phone. No one would even hear it. What's the loudest?
There's people around. I'm not gonna do that.
What's the loudest you've ever told? What's the loudest you've ever told someone else fuck you?
I've yelled it before, or something similar at least.
Okay.
I used to fight with my college roommate all the time. We would just like scream at each other. But that's like before I just learned to be a normal person and not scream at people.
Normal. I don't like this word normal.
And she would just get under my skin.
To quote Morrissey,
right, actually, I kind of don't either.
To quote Morrissey, who we were quoting earlier, there is no such thing in life as normal. There is no such thing in life as normal.
You're so wise.
I'm not very wise. I just got to talk about something.
But Morrissey was.
Yeah, Morrissey's the best.
Morrissey's wise.
Very wise.
You should make like a life advice book, like with just Morrissey quotes.
Oh, you could
so
easily.
It would just be like.
Let's go quote for quote. What's your favorite Morrissey quote? Let's go favorite Morrissey quotes.
Oh my God.
I can start.
Your Tattoo is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I'm not as much of a super fan as you. Like I'm not like I know the whole catalog. I'm trying to think.
Here's one of my favorites. Don't rake up my mistakes. Oh. I know exactly what they are. What do you do? I love that.
Oh yeah.
I like that one.
That's like that Nico song. The one These Days. You know that song?
Yeah, I know These Days by Nico.
At the end, it's like don't. Sorry, what?
I said yes. I know that song.
Oh yeah, sing it.
I don't know that one as encyclopedic. You were about to bring up that line. These days I think a lot about the things along the way that I forgot to do. That's a pretty good Nico right there.
Yes. The line I was thinking of though was at the end she's like, "Don't confront me with my failures. I have not forgotten them."
I have not.
Which is kind of like that Morrissey lyric.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like
that.
One
of my favorite songs.
I like that. I thought we were doing Morrissey quotes, though, and you expanded it to Nico. What's your favorite Mitski quote? What's your favorite Mitski quote?
Mitski? Oh, my gosh. I love the one that's like, wild women don't get the blues, but lately I've been crying like a tall child. So good.
I like that. Here's another one of my favorite Morrissey quotes.
I relate.
When you want to live, how do you start? Where do you go? Who do you need to know? Who? I like that one.
It's true. It's so true.
What's your, give me another favorite music
You know what's
quote.
a good lyric when you're just like,
What?
what'd you say?
What's the good lyric?
A good lyric?
You just said, you know what's a good lyric when you...
Sorry, I like can't hear anymore. What's a good lyric? Are you still there?
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. Were you asking me? I thought you were going to give me one. It's your turn. I just gave you one.
Oh, you want me to give you one?
Yeah, that's how it works.
Okay.
You go back and forth. That's how it
Good to hear you.
works.
Yeah, just get out all your anger. Just yell at me. I love this Jenny Lewis quote. What is it? She says, being lonely is a habit, like smoking and doing drugs, so I quit them both. But man, was it rough. So good.
Okay, here's
You like
another
Jenny
one.
Lewis?
Jenny Lewis, great. Here's another one by Morrissey. Here's another one by a guy who's known as Morrissey.
Are you just going to keep doing Morrissey?
Yeah. I don't mind.
Yes.
I don't mind if you forget me. After all my something, I never left an impression on anyone. Da-da-da-da-da-da. We got 45 seconds. Repeat after me.
All right.
You repeat after me. I love my noodle body.
Got it. I love my noodle body.
I love my alien brain.
I love my alien brain.
And I love Morrissey more than I love Mitski.
I can't do it. I love Mitski so much.
You love Morrissey more. I don't know. Why am I...
Morrissey rocks, though.
I don't know why I'm behaving this way. What's one Morrissey quote to sum up the end of this phone call?
I feel like this is on you since you're the Morrissey super fan.
There's a club if you'd like to go. You may meet somebody who really loves you. So you go and you stand on your own, and you leave on your own, and you go home, and you cry and you want to die.
Perfect. Love it.
Sometimes you hear the callers flip out, and this time you got to hear me flip out. And I hope that didn't come off totally poorly. I really enjoyed our caller. She seemed like a very nice, sweet person. I think I just, I remember being 23, and I remember letting myself get so frustrated and letting myself get scared and letting myself kind of clam up and not express my feelings. And I regret it. And I will say that I feel like as a person on my end of the phone, I failed. I couldn't get that caller to open up as much as I wanted to. And that's on me. That was not the pinnacle of this podcast. I don't think that was the pinnacle. I don't think me or my noodle-bodied friend would say that, but happy to let you guys hear me scream and yell a little bit. I was venting the frustrations that maybe our caller was holding on the inside. And that happens sometimes. Sometimes I lose it. Every once in a while I lose it. I back up from the mic. I start yelling. I get frustrated. I've been Noodlebody. I've had an alien brain. I think I summoned my alien brain during the course of that phone call. Thank you, caller, for calling. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you, Greta Cohn. Thank you, John Delore.
Kiss me face to face.
I remember being a young man who stressed out often about the pressure of standardized tests and tests of all kinds. That's why I'm so happy to tell you today's episode is brought to you by Magoosh, online test prep for the GRE, GMAT, LSAT, SAT, ACT, and what a helpful listener has informed me is pronounced TOEFL, as well as Praxis. It can be hard to find the time and money to prepare for standardized tests. Magoosh offers a better solution. Affordable, effective test prep, 100% online. You can log in anytime, anywhere on your computer, tablet, or phone on your terms. You study when you want, where you want. Magoosh's complete test prep starts at under $100. They guarantee you'll improve your score, or they'll give you your money back. Go to magoosh.com right now. That's MAGOOSH.com. Get 20% off with code BEAUTIFUL at checkout. Now, you might be thinking about coming back or maybe not coming back to this podcast, but I'm going to tease you. I'm going to give you a little bit. Here's what you might hear next time.
What about you, Chris? Has anyone asked you what's up? What's up with you? What's your story? What's your poop story?
Oh, I mean, dude, if you want to go poop story for poop story, I have like 100 of them.
All right, well, let's see what you got, and I definitely have one lined up that I can think of.
Okay, so me and you, this is going to be dueling poop stories. I just heard a lot of our classier listeners turn off Next time on Beautiful Anonymous.
I'm Trayvon Free.
I'm Mike Drucker.
You are now in the room where it's happening.
Where we geek out about the best musical of all time,
Hamilton. We'll be talking about the lyrics, the history, the production, and we've got some amazing guests. We have actress Kristen Chenoweth.
I'm rooting for you, and I'm sorry you shot him.
Comedian John Hodgman.
I ran home, and I said to my wife and 2 children, you have to listen to this.
Hamilton cast member Jasmine Cephas Jones.
Yo, this is amazing.
Subscribe right now, and you'll never miss an episode. Join us in the room where it's happening.
Everybody!
That's amazing.
This has been an Earwolf production, executive produced by Scott Aukerman and Chris Bannon. For more information and content, visit earwolf.com.